Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om pranams to you all. Today we are going to study the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second part, second chapter, second part. Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, part 2. The most quoted verse, as we all know, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्य कर्मणि कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्य कर्मणि. This is second chapter, 47th sloka, the most misquoted verse. This is the most quoted and misquoted also. Has one of the most powerful messages of the Gita, this sloka, and is more often misunderstood than understood. Now let us see, let us explore its message of right attitude in action. That is called Karma Yoga also, the right attitude in action. So let us see the points. You alone have a choice in action. You alone have a choice in action. It is the privilege of the human being. It is the privilege of the human being alone to have a choice in action. All other beings are pre-programmed. As we all know, no? Only human being has the choice. Others are all pre-programmed. So, to exercise this choice wisely is the glory of human life. To exercise this choice is the glory of human life. So, what is the first point? You alone have a choice in action. So, second point is your choice is only in action, never in the result. Your choice is only in action, never in the result. We can do, not do, or do otherwise. This choice ends with action. The results of those actions are governed by the laws of action, that is, nature or God, and are not in our hands. For example, I have a choice in pulling the trigger. Thereafter, according to the law of motion, the bullet will or will not hit the target. Since the results are not in my hands, why worry about them? Why not focus my attention on the action itself? We need to think about this. Since the results are not in my hands, why worry about them? Why not focus my attention on the action itself? So what was the first point? First point was you alone have a choice in action. Second one is your choice is only in action, never in the result. Then third one, do not get attached to inaction. Means what? Do not be lazy. Laziness is one of the biggest enemies of a person. No one is useless. Each of us has many talents and infinite potential. The lazy, however, waste their potential. In life, it is hard work alone that pays. In life, hard work alone that pays. So, success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Success is 1% inspiration, then 99% perspiration. Once, the one disciple asked a guru, "What is silence?" What is the guru said? The master said, "Silence comes only to the acting." That is how he answered. So laziness manifests as not doing or postponing what one has to do. Some are physically lazy, others are mentally, and some both physical and mental. It is not that the lazy do not act. They eat, walk, talk, sit, and sleep. These are actions. It is not that lazy thinkers have no thoughts. It is just that for them thinking happens anyway. They do not think things deliberately. Most of us are lazy in thinking. To apply our thoughts, think out the matter, question, plan, set goals or reason requires effort. Such thinking followed by action alone gives the desired results. Thinking and followed by action alone gives the desired results. So, mental blocks also prevent us from right thinking and action. Arjuna was not lazy, as we all know. He's enthusiastic. So he prepared himself and came to the battlefield. His delusion and grief prevented him from taking up arms and facing life. What prevented him? His delusion and grief prevented him from taking up arms and facing life. Many people glorify physical inaction. A job that requires even a little physical effort is considered inferior to one which is sedentary. A job that requires even a little physical effort is considered inferior to one which is sedentary. Such people then spend time and money in rigorous workouts to remain trim. Do not get attached to results. Do not get attached to results. This is wrongly understood as give up the desire for results or do not plan for the future. Usually, this is how people understand. This is wrongly understood as give up the desire for results or do not plan for the future. People ask, should we not have goals or desire results? How can any action take place without desire? True. It is desire alone that prompts all actions. As we all know, no? It is desire alone that prompts all actions. One should have goals and make plans to achieve them. It's not that you should not have a goal. One should have goals and make plans to achieve them. However, what is to be eschewed is the anxiety and worry over the results, even while doing the action. What is to be eschewed is the anxiety and worry over the results, even while doing the action. So, what does the Gita tell us? The Gita asks that we give up desire prompted actions. All our actions are prompted by selfishness. So, before doing anything, we always ask, what material benefit will I get out of it? Such a selfish attitude takes away the joy from an action and makes us anxious about the results. So here again, one businessman asked a saint. What was the question? I want peace. So he said, businessman went to a saint and told, I want peace. The saint said, take the name of the Lord for a few minutes each day. Then you will have peace of mind. Businessman, what will I get? The saint. You cannot do something even for a few minutes without a profit motive. I don't foresee any peace in your life. That is how he answered. So, next point is your right is only to act. What does it mean? Do your duty. Duties come to us unasked, depending on our position or stage in life. Duties come to us unasked, depending on our position or stage in life. It becomes the duty of a parent to take care of the child from the time it is born, as we all know this. To take on the responsibility of doing what we have to do and do it choicelessly and unconditionally, choicelessly, unconditionally, with full attention, enthusiasm, and effort is the best way to be content in life. To take on the responsibility of doing what we have to do and to do it choicelessly, unconditionally, with full attention, enthusiasm, and effort is the best way to be in content in life. After a good day's work, we feel fulfilled and sleep well. After a good day's work, we feel fulfilled and sleep well. It is the feeling I did what I had to do and I did it to the best of my ability. That is what gives us the fulfillment, that gives us the satisfaction. Then, next point, most are qualified only for action. Self knowledge leads to liberation. As we all know, self knowledge leads to liberation. However, like Arjuna, the majority of us are not qualified for it. A mind full of worldly desires and attachments is unable to appreciate or abide in the self knowledge. As we all hear that self knowledge leads to liberation. But however, like Arjuna, the majority of us are not qualified for it. A mind full of worldly desires. We are all filled with worldly desires. Not only desires and attachments. So that type of mind is unable to appreciate or abide in the self-knowledge. For us, the path of action, karma yoga alone is recommended. For us like Arjuna, the path of action, karma yoga alone is recommended. Through it, we can become fit for the highest truth. Through karma yoga, we can become fit for the highest truth. So there is a saying, the bhogi enjoys only the results. The yogi means karma yogi enjoys both actions and results. He enjoys both. Now let us see the what is the motivation underlying action. The wise people and others. Let us see. Motivation underlying action. The wise. Let us see first. The wise are motivated by the joy of doing. The wise are motivated by the joy of doing what must be done. The wise are motivated by the joy of doing which is in the present and in our hands. In the present and in our hands. That is important. The wise are motivated by the joy of completing the action. And the wise are motivated by the joy of doing things well and with full attention and effort. The wise are motivated by the joy of doing something good for the benefit of all. The wise are motivated by the joy of improving oneself through such actions. Then let us see the others, not the wise others. Others are motivated by the results of action, which are not in our hands, which are uncertain, which are always in the future, which perish, which they may not be available to enjoy. Now, here we have to look into what is our motivation. So, this we need to reflect and think. God does not perfect us with a stick in hand. God does not protect us with a stick in hand. He endows those he desires to protect with the right thoughts and attitude. That is sudbuddhi. And let us see what are the duties, rights, and duties. Various groups the world over are demanding, striking, and fighting for their rights. Most are very conscious of their rights and of getting them, but not so aware or diligent in fulfilling their duties. The Gita asks us, the Gita is asking us to focus on doing our duties. The 35th President of USA, John F. Kennedy, in his famous address, he said, when, uh, when all are focused on doing their duties well, everyone's rights are automatically met. So, what did he say? Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So, that means when all are focused on doing their duties well, everyone's rights are automatically met. For example, when the employees work, when the employees work hard to increase the company's profit, and the employer justly shares the profits with them, then all are happy. However, when one does not do his duty but expects someone else to do it, when one does not do his duty but expects someone else to do it, sometimes even without compensation, then there is deprivation of others. Right, others' rights are exploitation. Sometimes, even without compensation, then there is deprivation of others. Rights are exploitation. So, the solution is for all to focus on doing their duty. What is the solution? The solution is for all to focus on doing their duty. The results never get destroyed. We shall reap them in time. So, what we have to remember here, serve and deserve. Serve and deserve. Work done with liking or with dislike makes us anxious as we work and hesitated when we receive desired or undesired results. Work done without like or dislike, done because it has to be done, keeps our mind calm as we work and equipoised in the result, be it joy or sorrow, profit or loss, and success or failure. This is what sloka number 38 the Lord says. Let us see the sloka also once. Sukha dukhe same krutva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. So, this is how the Lord takes us. Now, let us go back and then see the points once again. The message of Gita is message of right attitude in action, to maintain right attitude. That is also called karma yoga. Right attitude, right thinking, right feeling. So, what are the points covered in that? We all have covered till now. First one is you alone have a choice in action. That means, as a human being, you are blessed having a blessed with a choice to choose which one to do it. Right action or wrong action, good or bad. This I have a choice. If I am a wise, if we are wise, what do we select? Good and right. If we are unwise or ignorant, what do we select? We select the wrong and bad, then go through the misery. So it is all our own making. Papa used to say in Quest of God, it is all our own making. The second one is, first one is you alone have a choice in action. The second one, your choice is only in action, never in the result. Because result is given by God. So it is not in our hands. Third one is do not get attached to inaction. So do not become lazy. That is what he says. Then fourth one is do not get attached to results. Then your right is only to act. The last one is most are qualified only for action, like Arjuna. Then we have gone through the motivation underlying the action. What is our motivation? So how the wise are motivated, how the others are motivated. The wise are motivated by the joy of doing, the joy of doing what must be done, the joy of doing which is in the present and in our hands, the joy of completing the action, then the joy of doing things well and with full attention and effort. The joy of doing something good for the benefit of all. The joy of improving ourselves through such actions. The joy of improving oneself through such actions. Then what about the others? The others are motivated by the results of action, which are not in our hands, which are uncertain, which are always in the future, which perish, which they may not be available to enjoy. Now we have to look into what is our motivation. Then we have also seen rights and duties in that example. No, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That is a powerful message. 35th president of USA in his speech he told. So what we have to do is we have to do our duty. When all are focused on doing their duties well, everyone's rights are automatically met. So this is how this goes on, and we'll continue tomorrow. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams. Yes, Dharmaraj.